Fam, what's good? It's cold out here, baby. And we still shucking and driving out here. We shucking and driving. I ain't driving, I'm driving, baby. Shucking and driving. Heating up these roads like a Pac-Man chiclet. Man, we are out here in Middleton, Tennessee. You probably like, what's in Middleton, Tennessee? It's on the outside of Memphis. I'm actually on the Navy base. And it's funny because I had fam hit me up like, can I get in this game with this or that? And I was like, I just realized something, but don't worry, I'm not gonna waste your time in the beginning. I'm gonna tell you about it on the back end for some of those fam that hit me up and asked me a couple of questions about certain things that they had going on in their life to get in this game, and I'm gonna touch on that on the other end, plus a couple of more things. But either way it go, baby, we got to get out of Middleton, Texas. I'm already loaded. I know I try to tell you I'm here, but man, it was so cold. I got here, and where I was at, I just hopped out, and we almost had an issue, but what's for me is for me, and your God till your God took care of your boy again with the big one. But we about to get up out of Middleton, baby, and we headed to San Antonio, Texas. God heard y'all. He be doing a big one for y'all too, don't he? I told y'all I didn't know how long I was gonna be out this trip. I say, but when I get back to the house, me and the wife gonna sit down and get things squared away just for y'all, cause y'all asked, and I'm gonna do my best with my wife to make it happen. I thought I was gonna be out here a little longer, but he sent me a load going back to San Antonio. Now, this gonna take 785 miles to get to San Antonio, so you know we ain't going straight there. I'm finna go to the house. I'm gonna let you see the ride out of Tennessee to get to the house, but I'm about to go to the house, let you see a little bit of the ride, and then I'm gonna pick you back up in the middle of early in the morning, because San Antonio ain't but like 3 hours from the house, 2.5, 3 hours. And I'm gonna pick you back up in the morning, and we're gonna go and skedaddle over to San Antonio and drop this thing off. Only difference is, I'm not gonna look for another load up out of there. I'm just gonna drop it off, head back to the house, because I told y'all if I couch back by the house, I was gonna stop and make the game plan for y'all, fam, so we can go ahead and link up and help y'all start moving faster if I can help it, or whatever I got in my head that can help you. We gonna make it happen, but we can't make that happen, Captain, if I'm still sitting here. So it's time to get up this road, baby. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you see the ride. It's cold, but it's nice and sunny outside. I sound like a weather forecaster. They might need to hire me too. I'm about to hit up out of here. I'm gonna pick you up as we go, let you see a little bit of the nice scenery out here, and then yeah, once we drop this load off in San Antonio, I'm gonna tell some of the fam what it takes to get in here and things you gotta think about, and then I'm gonna skedaddle back to the house so I can get with the wife and set this stuff up for y'all, because hey, we all gotta get it, and if we can help you get it, you gonna get it, but I gotta get it up this road so Mr. Get It There can strike again. But yeah, fam, I'm gonna pick you back up. Give me just a minute, I'll tap back in with you. Fam, it's cold outside, man, but it's time to get to going. We cannot sit here no longer. We got to get up out of here and get over to San Antonio. It ain't but like a little over 200 miles, man. We finna get up this road, get this stuff unloaded, tell you what we got going on, how much they paid for this load, and get back to the house, because I got some stuff to take care of for y'all. Don't worry, don't worry. It's just running to San Antonio. I'll let you see a little bit Let's see how bad. I think the road's fine. The road's fine. They not bad. They not bad. We gonna get it up there, one way or the other. But give me just a second, fam. I'll tap back in with you once I get to going in this cold, frigid weather.
At the light, turn left onto I-35 frontage road. In 1,000 feet, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
Let me make sure I'm in the right place, fam. This address thing is crazy. So let me check in to see if this is the right place and I'll get back with you. Man, fam, talk about some confusion. The address was missing numbers, and that's what I tell you. You gotta have to think about stuff on the fly around here. So when I put the address in, leaving the house, it gets me to San Antonio. I know once I get here, because I couldn't find it on Google and nothing like that, because the equipment that I have is for a convention that's happening in San Antonio, and I guess the Naval Band is going to be playing in it. And so they shipped their equipment ahead of time. Got down here, followed the address from Houston, and the address stopped in the middle of the freeway. I guess they wanted me to just get on the expressway and pull it off myself, baby, in the fast lane. It wasn't happening. So I pulled over to the side. I started trying to look up stuff, Google stuff, see where the convention was at. And I'm like, nah, it can't be at the convention because it's not happening until like later on in February. So I'm like, it's too early for that. So I started putting numbers in Google. And come to find out, the first one I put in, where I pulled up at originally, where I showed you I was pulling in at, that wasn't it. It was a storage warehouse, but it was nothing but big rigs there. And I'm like, this can't be right. So I started messing with the numbers again. And I found this warehouse. Pulled into it. I'm like, this seems more feasible. Started searching for phone numbers because the POC wasn't answering. The broker wouldn't answer. He even sent a text saying, can he call back? I'm like, nah, the address is wrong. He sent me another number. But by then I had started searching the numbers, and I found the number on a separate page that had nothing to do with it because it was 3 pages. Called it, and it happened to be the chief. The chief at the starting point on the base. And he was like, oh, let me find out. And he gave me the number, and I was like, look at that. The number that I actually guessed researched and looked up the second time, I was actually sitting in front of the right warehouse. So he solidified and said, that's the number. And I said, this is the name of the storage place. He said, yep, that's it. Got it on there. Whew. That took about an extra 30 minutes of my time. But that's what you got to do out here, man. It's a mental game. Sometimes you got to outthink some stuff. Think outside the box. Man, but I told y'all in the beginning, oh, y'all want the numbers. I forgot. Y'all want the numbers. Let's get the numbers out the way. And I'll tell you about what we originally talked about to start this trip. So, we drove 735 miles from Millington, Tennessee to San Antonio, Texas. And they paid your boy $1.76 a mile. Yes, sir. $1,300 to go 735 miles. Can't beat that with a ugly stick. If that's the case, give me all the ugly sticks you got. I want to get it all the time. I love them numbers. $1.76. Took some talking and negotiating, but we got $1.76. But anyway, yeah, I know y'all like that number too, because I like it too. 13 hundo. But yeah, I remember I told you some fam had hit me up before in the comments, and yeah, I guess this individual had like different stuff from their background. I guess that like felony charges, jail. I don't know the actual charges, but they were asking about can they have this in the cargo game. And I don't know the exact answer. Like, I believe you can start the cargo van business. I don't know how far that'll go with FMCSA because they do all that with your license and everything like that. So got to dig a little deeper than that. But I will tell you that this load picked up from a base. And to get on the base, you have to be a U.S. citizen, 2 forms of ID, and they run a background check in order to get on the base. So if you have any different stuff from your past that got caught up, we all the new people, everybody goes through something. You wouldn't be able to get on a base with particular charges. So even if they're in your past, even if they're years ago, I had back in 2016, 2017, tried to get a family member signed on base when I was still active, and they weren't able to get on base for stuff that happened back in the late 80s, early 90s, and you got to think that's like 20, 30 years back then. So they were unable to get on the base. So luckily it was nothing. We just go and run to the house and run back off the base anyway. But most military installations is not going to be able to get onto if you have certain charges from your background. There are certain ones that they kind of sweep, like you still can get on. I don't know the particulars of that, but just to be safe, I'll tell you that if you have certain things from your background, it won't necessarily stop you from getting into the cargo business game. It'll just stop you from getting to certain locations, like on a base. But you also just heard I said to get on the base, you needed to be a U.S. citizen, but 2 forms of ID. That's something I never talked to you all about. I suggest always having that second form of ID. I know for myself on the second load we did, if y'all go back and watch that video, second load when we started this journey, we ran up to Michigan. And I didn't need 2 forms of ID for Michigan, but I was up there and I remember I couldn't find the load, and I stayed like 2 days. That was when I was out of pocket for 2 days, and I had to end up dead end on from Michigan with nothing. That was the learning curve. But while I was there looking on the load board, they had loads that were going across the border to Canada. And boy, I was disappointed because I could have got some. So ever since then, I keep my passport, baby. You know we now already flirted around down there by the Mexican border in Arizona and down in Laredo and Brownsville. Best believe, your boy here, if I see a load that, now I ain't going deep into Mexico, don't get me twisted. But if I see a load that, because I'll give you an example. Laredo, the city of Laredo, is actually in Texas and in Mexico. If I get a load that say, hey, cross over and come right back, I'm taking it. If I'm up in Michigan area again over there in Detroit, and I see a load in Canada, I'm taking it. So I keep my passport on me at all times when I'm out here, because I go where the wind blows. Wherever God say go, that's where I go. And so I might start one place and end up, you've seen that recently. We started in Houston. We ended up in Georgia. Then we had to go up to North Carolina. Then we left North Carolina, went to Virginia, went from Virginia all the way over to Arkansas, left Arkansas, went over to Tennessee. Tennessee brought us back down to Texas. You don't know where you're going to go in this game, man. So you got to be prepared. So 2 forms ID with military bases. Just so happens I have my regular driver's license and I have the retired military ID, but I also have my passport. I'm ready for everything. So make sure you carry those documents with you. Of course, you know about the TWIC card and all that stuff, but make sure you have the proper documents with you at all times, because you never know where you're going to go to. And you don't want to be like me and end up somewhere and you can take a good load somewhere and you can't get it because you don't have what you need. So yeah, that's a nugget for you, fam. I came on here to talk about something else. You know what? I'm going to talk about it because, hey, this morning I was a little groggy, had a little head stuff going on, and I was like, man, I'm not feeling it today. Not feeling the drive, but I'm talking about like my head. I had to get all that congestion out of it. And it just made me think something that me and the wife was talking about. Like the mental thing. Like she asked me one day, like, who motivates the motivator? And I'm like, me, I motivate myself. Inspiration. Like, that's just who I am. And I thought about my upbringing because I was the only kid growing up. Yeah, I had step siblings later on in life, but only kid growing up. I've always enjoyed my own company. And in this cargo van and any transportation like box truck, big rig, and all that, you your own company because you most of the time are riding by yourself. So it makes you wonder. And I ask myself, like, man, I motivate myself, I inspire myself, I get myself going. I find joy in everything that keep me going. I can find reasons. I have little things that I do, but it made me wonder, fam, are you good? Like, what do you have? Because you're out here with me. Do you have things that keep you going? Because when you're riding by yourself, you can get in your own head. And like we just talked about earlier, stuff from your past, whatever you ain't dealt with or need to deal with, going through stuff. We have a lot of fun over here and motivate, talk about making money, but no, I'm seriously, like, I want to check on y'all. Y'all good? Y'all good out here? If not, man, hit me up. Leave notes in the comments. I already told you we're going to start the, that's why we're here, and I told you I'm under that because I want to talk to y'all. I'm going to get that thing going, me and the wife, to get y'all where we can link up and talk on Zoom and all that stuff. It ain't just about business, baby. If you need some personal development or just need somebody to talk to bump some stuff off of, because let's be honest, everybody can't just go rent a therapist. Everybody don't have those resources. But yeah, if it's personal development, I ain't no therapist, I ain't a psychiatrist. But life experience and in my background, hey, let's talk some things through. I'm here for you, baby. So if you need to talk, because it get rough out here, you be in your own head. It's only so much music, podcasts, telephone calls you can make. Sometimes you're driving in silence and you get to think. Some people think about plans for the future. Some people got to get those things out their head. What are those little things you do? I know for myself, I'll give you an example. Every time I stop for gas, knocking out 25 push-ups. That's that physical health. Because believe it or not, your physical health is tied to your mental health. I do stuff like that. Or like, I look forward to, like, me personally, those stopping points at the hotels. I look forward to thinking about what we gonna talk about when we make these videos. Those are things that keep me going. That's what inspire me. Y'all inspire me and keep me going out here. And that's why we do this. Hey, I'm even inspired now. Because believe it or not, back in Luling, Texas, man, about 50 some miles away, is a Buc-ee's. And yes, I'm not passing it up on the way home. I'm going to Buc-ee's. That's part of my inspiration, knowing I'm going to stop at Buc-ee's. I not passed up a few for y'all, but I'm not passing up no more. I'm going to that Buc-ee's on the way home. But again, fam, on a serious note, if you need somebody to talk to, hey, the people I know the family comments to talk to you, but when we get them links out there, hey, come on over. We talk about anything. Business, personal development, life in general. Cool. How we get started? I'm all here for you, baby. Let's get it. But yeah, as far as this load, we done. And you obviously know I'm going back to Buc-ee's on the way home. Yeah, I'm going to check to see if something in San Antonio. That wasn't the mission for the day. Nobody really wants, hey, I don't want a deadhead home. But I'm not going to sit out here all day because I promised y'all something. So I'm going to check. If it's something running back that way, I'm going to grab it. But if not, I'm going back to the house so I can start working these things out for y'all so we can get to talking and get whatever we need to do on the books. Because it want to help you get to whatever your goals is, whether it's 100K, whether it's wiping out debt, whether it's dispatching, whatever it is. I want to be able to help you if I can. And hey, if I can't, we're going to find a way to get your help, even if it's somebody else. Because our overall goal is to win together. But yeah, baby, that's it for this video. Remember what I told you. Keep get your 2 forms ID. Keep it at all times. If you got a passport, carry that with you so you can be prepared in case you get that low, if you want to do that. But yeah, always 2 forms ID. Hey, check your mental health. Talk to somebody. Get out there, do some exercise. Do something to keep yourself going, because we out here by ourselves in our heads, baby. Don't be out here stressing. Don't stress. And I know this is a stressful season because right now the weather and all that got us moving slow. We can't get the loads we want because bad snow here, bad weather there. And it's just this time of year when freight just moves slow. It doesn't start picking up to like around the end of February, March when it starts getting warm outside. But right now, don't let it stress you out, baby. Get the loads you can. Make the money you can. We gonna run it up together. But yeah, remember all those things, man. If y'all, like I said, got something to talk about, got something to say, hit your boy up. But as for me, I got to get out of here because I'm going to get me that cheesesteak burrito at Buc-ee's. I've been thinking about it since I passed it up. And yes, I passed up 2 Buc-ee's on the way here. I didn't want breakfast. Passed up 2 Buc-ee's. But I'm going to stop at the one on the way back. I'm going to get that cheesesteak burrito. Might even get that 3-meat sandwich. For y'all that don't know, the 3-meat sandwich is brisket, sausage, and turkey barbecue on the I'm finito, man. I'm getting out of here. I not put the paperwork in. We got the $1,300 bag secure, strapped in, locked and loaded. And yeah, I'm finna get to the house and get this stuff taken care of for y'all, fam. So I look forward to talking to y'all. I hope y'all out there getting the bag. It's Thursday, so you gotta remember, gotta go knock this out, because I still gotta get that Friday drop off Monday load, depending on how far we give it the process. But yeah, baby, go get your bag. I'm finna go out here. I might get a bag, but we got the one for today. But I'm finna go to the house, work with the wife to get all this stuff set up, because I want to talk to you, help you any way I can. But yeah, as always, fam, I hope you're out there. I know you're out there getting it. But as always, until the next video, y'all stay blessed.